You ever find yourself falling down a true crime rabbit hole and wonder what makes this video get millions of views? Well, it's not luck. There's actually a hidden formula, a kind of secret script that creators use to hook us all in. Today, we're going to crack that code. So, what is it? What's the secret sauce? How do some of these stories about chilling unsolved cases just capture everyone's attention, while others kind of just fizzle out? Well, that's the mystery we're going to solve together today. And believe me, by the end of this, you're going to have the blueprint. All right, so every good investigation needs evidence, right? Ours is this script template. It's called The Vanishing in Violet Hollow. And trust me, this thing holds the entire structure, like the DNA of what makes a true crime video a massive hit. So let's get into it and break it down piece by piece. Okay, first things first, and this is absolutely critical, the hook. In the world we live in, if you don't grab your audience in the first, 15 seconds, you've lost them. It's game over. This is, hands down, the most important part of the whole formula. Just listen to that. That's not just telling you a story, it's pulling you right into it. You've got this super evocative imagery, it hits you with a direct question, and then it makes this bold promise of a shocking truth. I mean, how can you not stick around to find out what happens next? So why does a hook like this work so well? Well, it's basically tapping right into our psychology. When it asks, what really happened? It makes you a part of the investigation. Our brains are literally hardwired to want answers. And by promising a shocking reveal, it creates this little information gap in your mind that you just feel compelled to close. And of course, the language, dead of night. It paints this instant, moody picture. It's a total masterclass in getting someone's attention. Okay, so you've hooked them. Now what? Well, you need a story, a really compelling narrative to keep them watching. This script shows us exactly how to build from a really simple, peaceful setting into a complex mystery that keeps you guessing the whole way through. And the narrative pretty much follows this classic four-part structure. First, you set the scene, show us the normal world. Then, bam, the disappearance. That's what kicks everything off. That leads you into the investigation, where you build all the suspense. And finally, you get the breakthrough, that one moment that changes everything. So the script starts in peaceful Violet Hollow. And this is so important. By establishing the sense of total normalcy, of safety, it makes the crime that happens later feel so much more jarring, so much more tragic. It's that contrast that really gives it an emotional punch. And check this out. This is a brilliant way to create tension right from the get-go. The story gives you the simple, official explanation, oh, she just ran away. But then it immediately slams that against the unsettling reality. Weeks are passing. There's just silence. That huge gap between the official theory and what's really happening, that's where the mystery lives. Pacing is absolutely everything in these stories. The template shows us how you methodically draw out the investigation. Notice how time passes. Weeks go by, hope starts to fade, the case goes cold, and then, right when you think it might be over, you get a breakthrough. That's what keeps us on the edge of our seats. And there it is, the big turning point. Just one single piece of evidence that changes the entire game. In this story, it's a voicemail. This moment completely re-energizes the story and lets you, the viewer, know that things are about to take a very sharp turn. So, with the mystery unlocked, we get to my favorite part, the twist. This is where you raise the stakes, you introduce a suspect, and you just turn the whole narrative completely on its head. The most powerful twists are the ones that mess with our expectations. The script here suggests the suspect is a trusted friend. And that element of betrayal, that is a cornerstone of amazing true crime because it's so relatable and, frankly, terrifying. It stops being some distant mystery and becomes a personal horror story. And you can't just tell the audience about the twist, right? You have to show them. The template recommends really specific visuals, things like blurred photos, court sketches, flashing headlines. All of it creates this frantic sense of discovery and makes the reveal feel like this huge cinematic event. A truly great true crime story almost never ties everything up in a neat little bow. The script leaves the audience with this haunting question. And that ambiguity, that's totally intentional. It keeps the story alive in your head long after you've finished watching. But wait, a masterful story isn't the end of it. Not even close. For a video to really, truly blow up on a platform like YouTube, it has to do more than just tell a good story. It has to drive engagement. It needs to turn you from a passive viewer into an active participant.
And this is exactly how it's done. A direct call to action. The script doesn't just ask you to like the video, it invites you to become part of the investigation. Comment your theories. That one simple phrase turns a bunch of viewers into a community of armchair detectives.
And let's be real, this isn't just about building a community. This is about signaling value to the YouTube algorithm. Every single comment, like, and share tells the platform's code, hey, people are invested in this. This content matters. This is where that creative storytelling meets a cold, hard technical strategy to get your videos seen by more people. And finally, the formula even covers production. It's not just what you say, it's how you show it. Moody colors, slow zooms, subtle sounds. These aren't just random choices. Every single one is a deliberate tool used to build atmosphere, to guide how you feel, and to make the facts of the case crystal clear. So when you look at it, from the very first second to the final frame, every single part of a successful true crime video comes back to one powerful and totally repeatable formula.
And here it is, boiled down to just 4 words. Hook them right away, build the story and the suspense, hit them with a twist they never saw coming, and finally engage them so they become part of the story. That's it. That's the blueprint.
So we've deconstructed the secret formula. We've laid out all the tools. Now that you have the blueprint, there's really only one question left. What mystery are you going to uncover?